figure out the truth. Gavel hits hard, chat starts going crazy. Courtroom gets quiet when the judge says maybe. Live Zoom court, everybody tune in from the courthouse screen. Let the proceedings begin. Judge on camera, gavel coming down. Cases going loud from every side of town. Live Zoom court, from the country to the city. Real courtroom moments and the chat gets gritty. Turn that volume up, let the whole world see. Live Zoom court, streaming justice digitally. Red light flashing, yeah, we're live on the scene. No courthouse hallway, just a computer screen. Attorney speaking and defendant standing by. Judge looks serious, everybody asking why. Country road, city streets, different courtroom doors. But when that gavel hits, everybody wants more. No Hollywood script, no movie set scene. Just real proceedings happen live on the screen. Mic check, 1, 2, everybody locked in. Court starts now, let the hearing begin. Judge got the facts, attorney's got the case. Everybody watching every move and every face. From the Lone Star State to courts worldwide. Different location but the same legal right. Chat moving fast, notifications ring. When the judge says order, everybody does their thing. Live Zoom court, everybody tune in from the courthouse screen. Let the proceedings begin. Judge on camera, gavel coming down. Cases going live from every side of town. Live Zoom court, from the country to the city. Real courtroom moments and the chat gets gritty. Turn that volume up, let the whole
Zoom court.
So when you say they pulled up the floor, what floor?
Break off the concrete under.
You were talking about the basement.
Right, but I believe it was the kitchen line that goes
Okay.
to the basement.
Okay, so they pulled up the floor. And then they went outside. And then did what?
They did another repair that was beyond the repair that we had done 4 years prior. But they went all the way through because it would be silly not to. I'll let him explain the details of that. He would know.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Live with Judge Sheila.
And you're saying this is the way you would have repaired it had he hired you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what they did, but that's what needed to be repaired. Is where the areas that they repaired is what we were telling him was the problem as well.
Okay.
Okay, so if you can go into the estimate, payment and contract.
Some landlord stuff, maybe, going on here. Let's switch over. 'Cause we have an interesting court case going on.
The truck backed up?
Correct.
Okay. So just to give the jury some idea of what we're talking about, the assisted living facility
This is,
that big building
Sitka
that's
Court.
parked there?
On the left-hand side, correct.
Okay. And then there's some signs in between the roadway and the little mini cul-de-sac. Do you see those signs?
Correct.
I assume being in Jack's Beach as long as you have, you know that those signs say that you're being recorded.
Can you tell me when this picture was taken?
Do you think those signs are new?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you dispute that there are signs there that say you're being recorded?
I don't dispute, I just don't know.
Okay, sure. Let's just use what we know to be true then. That area is being recorded, correct?
At the time, yes, it was.
Sure. And that's how you have the evidence that you have, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so it wouldn't shock you that there's a sign there that says you're being recorded, right?
This case started
Would
yesterday.
shock me, I guess.
Okay. Oh, can I see that photo back? Showing you what's been entered into evidence, defense number 27. It's another daytime photo. Can you see that, Corporal?
That's correct. Yes, I can.
If you were backed up into that spot and you were sitting in the passenger, driver's seat, or whatever vehicle, and you were looking out, that building is an apartment or condo complex to the left, correct?
That's correct.
So that would be just on the other side of the street to where you sort of saw that station wagon parked, just maybe a little bit forward or east.
Station wagon was in the previous photo.
It wasn't in the previous photo, it was in that long video that we all watched.
Yeah, okay.
You remember there's a station wagon sort of on the right-hand side for that 17 minutes. I'll show it to you again.
Okay,
But nonetheless,
sure.
it's on the roadway as you're going into where the assisted living facility is.
Yes,
So just so everyone understands, you have this apartment complex that's over here. You have the parking spot, and then kind of behind it, in between those two things, is where the truck may have been parked.
was parked, yes.
Was parked. So there's lots of residential living areas that surround that spot, correct?
It's a lot of units, correct.
Okay.
Very, very interesting here.
I'm sorry. This has been marked as defense 28 for the record. Corporal, that's a close-up of those signs.
Correct.
And then if you look to the left, there's like a Mini, that brand of car.
Correct.
Okay. And then just beyond the Mini, do you see that smoking shack?
It's a gazebo,
A
correct.
gazebo. And that's where people at the assisted living community go back and forth if they want to sit in there, smoke a cigarette, or can do anything they want, converse, right?
Sure.
And that's right next to where that little parking spot is where you say the truck backed into, correct?
Correct. The angle of this picture isn't perfect. This brush right here kind of blocks it depending on how far you back up into that cul-de-sac.
Right. And of course, while we were watching that video, you can see cars going in and cars going out.
That's correct.
So fair to say it's surrounded by residential areas, a gazebo. It's not tucked in the middle of nowhere where no one would see what's going on in that cul-de-sac, correct?
Can you, sorry, repeat the question?
Sure. That cul-de-sac
Right.
at Pablo Hamlet is not in the middle of nowhere. It's dead center in between two residential buildings that I've shown you, right?
Correct.
And a smoking shack or a gazebo where people may be.
Correct.
And this is
usually
about-
used during the day for that smoke shack.
We're talking about what, 7 p.m.? I'm sorry, 6.
Yeah.
6:17, that area, that time.
Yeah, I would say mostly used during the day, less at evening.
Okay. Oh, can I have that photo back? Okay.
We will switch over here in a minute. Do some first appearances. I do have this recorded in the background.
just so we're clear, your timeline on the first video that you stand by and you say is correct, the truck backs up at approximately 6:53 p.m. and leaves around 7:12 p.m. I'm not trying to play gotcha.
Yeah, I need to go back and look at it, but correct.
Sure, load it up, please.
We're
Sounds about
about to
right.
watch a video here.
And you said, while we're pulling that up so you can verify those times, that as part of that time that you took to find all this surveillance and to review all this surveillance, you watched that video multiple times, correct?
Correct.
That was an important piece of evidence, correct?
Correct.
And you can never see a person going to or from that truck at any point during that surveillance, can you?
That's correct.
And that's something that you looked for.
That's also correct.
And as you sit here today, there is no evidence of that.
I cannot see anyone walking to or from the car.
Okay. Common sense tells us there has to be a driver in the car, correct?
Yes.
And a point that I think the state asked you, and maybe I didn't understand that it was so clear, so I'll ask you again. The shooter in this case leaves on foot from the homicide scene, correct?
Correct.
So without beating around the bush, you can't be the driver and the shooter in this case.
Very interesting here.
Can you not?
The vehicle,
Yeah. Maybe I'm not understanding your question.
yeah, maybe you don't, because I think this is really an easy
Yeah.
question.
Okay.
The person who is the person who you say is the shooter,
Yes.
you identified as walking and then running from the scene.
What I'm saying is, could they have been the driver first and then the passenger, or the passenger first and then the driver second? That's all I was saying.
Okay. There's two people in the car. That's for certain.
That's correct.
Because you can't be the person running from the scene and the person driving
A
the vehicle
shooting
away from the scene, correct?
case?
Correct.
Question mark?
And in all of the surveillance that we went through for the last hour and a half, that you have poured over, did you ever see any surveillance of Mr. Fernandez?
No.
Did you ever see any surveillance consistent with anybody else getting into that blue truck?
No.
And in this video, you would agree with me that there were times where whoever made this compilation that you had seen before you came to court and you testified to, there were times where you thought it was important, because you testified to it, that there were gaps, meaning 5 minutes later, like it would come on the screen. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And it would say 5 minutes later, 18 minutes later, 1 hour and 45 minutes later. Do you recall those messages, so to speak, coming up as part of the video?
Correct.
Okay, but I want to show you where you didn't put that on the video, because you know that at approximately 7:12, and do you need to see that to refresh your recollection as to when that truck leaves?
Corporal, may I answer?
I'm sorry. Oh, when it leaves on the video. Sorry.
Sure. The correct, and I'm not talking about the time that the video says it leaves. I want to talk in fact, what time you think it actually is.
Okay.
Because just for the record, we both agree that this video time is not accurate.
That's correct.
You had to do some math.
Correct.
And it's approximately a 17-minute fast video.
Correct.
Okay. I'm just trying to get it to the end so you can verify for me that it's approximately 7:12. Was I pretty accurate when I told you it was 7:12?
Yes,
And you agree with me?
yes,
Okay. Now, the next time, do you agree with me that between when that vehicle pulls out and the next time on this video, you see that blue truck, no message pops up to tell anybody who would be watching this video that there's a gap like you do the other few times in this video? Do you understand my question?
I see what you're saying. There's no like 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later.
Doesn't tell you. So now let's look and see what time the next time this video picks up. Okay, so we all watched it together. It shows the truck pulling out, and then it shows an animation as if it's just going down the road, and then you would agree with me, the next time it hits anything, it's 7:47.
Correct.
That's 36 minutes later.
Correct.
You have no idea where that blue truck is for 36 minutes.
I don't know.
There's not a single piece of surveillance that you can provide that gives this jury any indication of what was happening during that 36 minutes.
Not to my knowledge.
And fair enough, although it may not say it, you agree with me, I've now pointed out that it's an accurate approximate 36-minute gap.
Correct.
Okay. Some of the things that I'm sure you were looking for on that blue two-tone truck were, did you ever notice that the tag light was a bright tag light versus other tag lights? Is that ever something that caught your attention?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I think, yeah, just
That wasn't one thing that you sort of, when you were trying to identify, and let's just back up a little bit.
sure.
That truck is certainly easier to identify in the dusk hour than it is in the night hour.
Correct.
In the night hour, harder to identify is just a fact, right?
You're using brake lights,
We might switch
truck
over here
bed,
in a little bit.
the front headlights. and the
I
actual
still
shape of
want
the
to
car.
And
get
you
this
never
going.
noticed anything like that tag light was particularly bright.
Because we do have a video I want to show.
I don't think so. I think it was just illuminated.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when we get to the end of the video, okay, it ends with what you all described as a shadowy figure walking past the police department, correct?
Yes.
But one thing I didn't ask you is the Pablo Hamlet camera is not motion activated.
That's correct.
You gave a few examples and you said, like there are some people that have cameras. The guy with the dolly came out, it triggered it, and then lucky enough for the investigation, you got some footage, right?
Correct.
And then you talked about other times where there's still cameras that just record everything all the time.
Correct.
So to give a fair example, Pablo Hamlet is a camera that records things all the time.
Correct.
So if we want to know what happened at Pablo Hamlet, we don't have to guess, right?
Correct.
So if we want to make it so that the blue truck gets to Pablo Hamlet and we think that is the truck, we'll see it at Pablo Hamlet, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now with all those facts that we can agree on together, at the end of your video, when the shadowy figure, who I won't beat around the bush, you think that's Henry Tenant, right?
Yes.
Okay. Henry Tenant is walking past the police station, correct?
Correct.
And Henry Tenant is walking toward Pablo Hamlet. That's what you ended your testimony with, right?
Correct.
And it sort of makes this illusion that he's going back to where that truck may have been, correct?
He's heading back towards where the truck ended. Correct.
Right. But what we know, because that camera records all the time, is there is no video of Henry Tenant going back to where that truck was.
Not to my knowledge, that's correct.
Right, sure, that would be important, and you would have shown that to the jury, right?
Correct.
And of course, if the truck was there, if the concept is, well, he's heading back toward where we know that truck was before, then let's go look. Is the truck there? we know the truck is not there. Otherwise, we could show it to the jury, right?
Sorry, say it one more time.
I'll make it clear. The truck is not at Pablo Hamlet any other times than what you've shown the jury the truck is at Pablo Hamlet.
Not to my knowledge, correct.
Right. Because, and it's not because you're now just figuring this out. You looked to see if the truck went back to Pablo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was part of your scouring all sorts of surveillance clips and watching all of the time that you put in, you would have seen it if it was there. And of course, it's not in the video and it's not there, correct?
Now, also don't forget these videos do overwrite themselves. And so there were times where we went back and forth to other places. I don't know if the investigators went back and tried to obtain more video after the fact. But you know, what we have is, I think, what we were able to get at the time.
All right. Corporal, let's shoot each other straight. The video that we have from that night is that night, correct?
Yes.
You have it earlier in the evening, like we talked about, between the hours of 6:53 and 7:12, right?
Yes.
And then you told me there's a corrected time where it goes back at 8 p.m.
About 8 p.m.
About 8 p.m. after the homicide. And you stand here today and you're telling the jury, I think that's the truck. You told me that right in the beginning.
Yes.
And then there's video of Henry Tenant about an hour and, I don't know, 58 minutes, a couple hours later, walking past the police station pretty close to the area, right?
Correct.
You can't possibly think that in that gap, 2 hours, that there was a video override and somehow you guys just don't have footage from 2 hours later. You're not testifying to that, are you?
No, what I'm saying is that when you go to get the video, let's just say you go back one time and then you maybe go back a month later or weeks later and videos do rewrite themselves. So if you're looking for more data, which we did do, where you know, we only had like an hour before, 2 hours before, you want to go back and you want to get more data. Like, I mean, if I could go back and get the entire day, I would have done that. But at the time, we only got certain segments. And I don't recall if that was one of the instances where we got a fixed amount of data and then we went back and asked for more and it was already overwritten. I don't remember.
Well, nonetheless, on that night, from the clips that you do have, you have no information that blue truck went back to Pablo Hamlet. Because it'd be on video.
Yeah, I don't believe so. Correct.
And you have no video of Henry Tenant walking toward Pablo Hamlet after he's last seen on the police camera, Jack's Beach police camera videos, correct?
Well, he is walking towards it. He's
Sure.
walking west, but actually arriving to that location, no.
And in this case, what can you offer in terms of videos? Because I want to make sure it's clear. There's lots of surveillance after that time period in Jack's Beach, meaning after the homicide, you have video at Grande, correct?
Yes.
You have video at Fairway Lane, correct?
Correct.
And I'm going to represent to you that all of that post-homicide camera video that we briefly just talked about, more video at Grande, more at Fairway, more on what's the main roads that goes up where the park and the fire station, no.
South Beach Parkway.
South Beach Parkway.
Yep.
Okay. And Ocean K.
Mhm.
You have video of trucks that night, post the homicide, that were provided to us in discovery. That you all
Homicide
collected,
case.
correct?
Yes.
And I noticed in the video, none of that exists. Do you not know where that blue truck?
We are switching over to something a little bit different here.
Kind of agreement. Otherwise, we'll probably have to move forward. But I don't know that mediation is going to be beneficial to us at this time.
Child support protection orders.
All right, Mr. Hill, anything to present?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Ball?
Your Honor, the children are doing well. I've got my fingers crossed for sports for both of the boys because I know that that's super important to them. So hopefully that'll work for both of them. I'm excited to hear that there are new names possibly for family, and hope that one of those works out. But absolutely, they're in a very good, safe, loving environment right now, and I do recommend that that continue while we're exploring family.
Okay. All right then, stated earlier, if extraordinary circumstances exist and I grant the extension in the case, set the new dismissal date, February 19th of 2027. I'll continue the department as temporary managing conservator and continue the children's placement. Find a continuing danger and in fact impossibility to return the children home to either parent at this time. Parents are not in compliance with the family plans of service. I'll sign the order and I'll see everybody back November 17th.
November 17th.
And I will
Wow.
lift the requirement to mediate.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Ms. Nichols, did you get the email? I think we sent it last week. It's on the matter for 245 today.
Yes, I did. I just sent it in, and I think that takes care of all of our cases on this afternoon's docket. So thank you for
Okay.
getting that to me.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so sins is agreed as well.
Yes,
Your
Your Honor.
Honor.
Great. All right. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for all your work and getting all those agreements secured. And so, okay. All right. Well, we will get ready to take up the Lundgren case next.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I just wanted to make sure with signatures on the Sims cases, may I be released today?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good one.
Y'all
Next
too,
case
Melinda.
coming up.
Get to feeling better.
Thank you. Judge, I'm looking for Marvell Collins for Lundgren.
Okay.
J
All right, I
Mag
didn't
is
realize you were under the
live.
weather.
So come
Yeah,
back
I
to
don't know if I
that.
ate something or
You
I'm
pretty
avoiding
much
salad though.
your version of the offense is not what the version, the official version is, and it's not accepting responsibility. Flat out not accepting responsibility. So, if I'm going to go
This
along
is
with this
Judge
agreement, it is
Baker.
going to be with help, whether you think you need it or not. So at this time, in cause number 26, DCCR 0328, going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, but I'm going to follow the agreement and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 3 years. You're ordered to pay a $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. That is going to include entering and successfully completing the safety program.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't even realize that was playing. That's my fault. Jesus fuck. No, we can.
With Allison Couch. If there is at the time.
Nope. That's my fault.
Okay, Ms. Lundgren, I've got you in the waiting room under a different device. Okay, looks like. So I'm guessing that's Mr. Lundgren.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay. All right. Okay, then I will call cause number 99724D in the interest of Jordan Lundgren. We are here today set for a final. We'll take that up in greater detail here in a few minutes. That's not going to happen today because I don't have a court reporter. The case will go into an extension.
Judge,
We're
we're asking,
already in an extension. That's right.
we're asking for something other than extension.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Okay. So we will go ahead and take everybody's announcements. Just as a reminder, I am recording to the Zoom cloud, so if y'all need a copy, let me know. We can make that available. We are still live streaming. Okay, uh, go right ahead and we'll announce.
Okay, Melinda Powell for the department, the St. Francis Permanency Specialist. Today is Marvell Collins. Judge, we are set for a final hearing in this matter. We did go to mediation in lieu of a final hearing. We are asking the court to enter a monitored return with transition to the mother, Emily Lindegreen.
Stacy Grant here on behalf of the mother, Your Honor, Emily Lindegreen. We concur with Ms. Powell's announcement. We have entered into a mediated settlement agreement and are in favor of a monitored return today and would join the department in that motion.
Jeff, on behalf of Cody Lundgren, ready, Judge.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the child.
Right, so, yeah, I read, of course, the court report for today, and it appears that this was going to be a transitional monitored return that was going to occur with mother on September 1st.
September
and
1.
Then I further read that Mr. Lundgren could return to the home at such time that he has a negative hair test. So is that pretty much the arrangement?
That's correct, Judge, and I did receive a reunification schedule and agreement this morning from Ms. Collins. I have distributed that to the attorneys, and I did send it to Rachel as well. I'm not sure if she forwarded that to you, but there is going to be unsupervised visitation with official placement in the home of September 1st. If the court approves the monitored return with transition, the new dismissal date is February 12th of 2027.
September 27th. Damn.
Your Honor, may I confirm on the record with my client, Emily Lindegreen, that she has gone into her email and put her signature on that settlement agreement?
Ms. Lundgren?
I have not received it.
Okay, we will resend it, Your Honor, but just for the record, my client is in agreement. She has not executed the MSA yet, but I will make sure we do that in the next few minutes.
Okay, Ms. Lundgren, you're in agreement with what we're talking about?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right then. Okay, then
God
I'll
damn it.
approve the transitional
Fucking
monitored
YouTube.
return as announced, and that will set the new dismissal date of February 12th, 2027. Okay, we'll go ahead and have a review hearing to see how everything's going since we're all here and together. So let's see. Ms. Collins, are you going to give that report today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if you'll raise your right hand for me, you solemnly swear or affirm that you'll tell us the truth.
I do.
Okay. All right, go right ahead.
Okay, the child is doing very well in the foster home. She's been there the entire time, so there's really no update. She's just cute and getting more active, but she's doing very well in the home. There are absolutely no concerns. Foster mom was provided the reunification schedule, so she's aware of the visitations. We've also going to have her give mom like the schedule, favorites, just kind of stuff that mom may not think of when she has her for extended periods of time. Mom has completed all of her services. Mom continues to be employed. Her days off, we're working around the visitation to concur with her days off. We will provide transportation part of the time, and then she also is going to do some of the transportation for the visitation that she gets that's unsupervised. So mom's doing well. Dad did move out of the home. He's staying with his dad right now. He is employed currently. He really likes his job and does not want to lose his job. So we're hoping he will curtail and stop using marijuana because he really does like his job and he has opportunities to get a CDL and be promoted. So that part of it is doing well. He will continue to have supervised visitation. With his job, he's not able to do it twice a week. So his will only be one time per week per his request because he does not want to lose his job. And we don't want him to lose his job. We would like Dad to do a UA and a hair follicle. He may not be able to do it today, so we may need to talk to him because I don't want him to lose his job to go to that today. If he can, great. He may be off for the court hearing. I do not know. And then it is time for mom to also have a UA and hair follicle. And that's pretty much it. I think things are going well in the right direction. They continue to cooperate with Cassie with her pointers on updates on the house. The house is safe for the child, but there's little things that mom continues to do to make it a little more kid friendly.
Okay. All in all, sounds pretty good. All right, Ms. Grant, any questions?
Marvell, is there anything we need to add or update on the mediated settlement agreement? Or are we still good with everything we agreed to at mediation?
Everything we agreed to is what we're doing right now.
Okay. And are there any other services Emily needs to complete that may have been added that we don't know about, or is she complete in her service plan?
She's complete in her service plan.
Great. Any health concerns or medical concerns with the children that need to be updated, or is everything current?
The child's current on all of her needs. Again, Cassie and her have kind of talked about different things to put down. There's a part on the porch that her and Emily are kind of talking about what we can put in place to ensure that she doesn't fall off the little porch. And I think there was a pantry that mom's going to kind of secure to the wall. So her and Cassie are talking about what we can do to continue to make the house safe.
Great. That's all I had, Your Honor. Pass the witness.
We are switching.
No question.
We do have J-Mag here.
Jason Morgan. MRGAN.
I'm sorry, I heard something else. What's the first letter of your last name?
M.
M, okay. I thought I heard W, okay. Okay. Are you Morgan?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Mr. Morgan is here on a charge of evading arrest detention with a vehicle with a $30,000 bond. Permanent attorney is a public defender's office.
Damn.
Convince me to lower your bond. Then I'm going to hear from the prosecutor, Ms. Kaplan, then I'll make my decision. Go ahead, Ms. Quevedo.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, Mr. Morgan lives at 446 South San Pedro in Las Cruces. He has, let me see, he indicated that he went to school in Houston. He is working at Arc Restoration and Solar. He indicated he owns the company. He served in the Navy, Judge, for 4 years and was discharged honorably. He can be reached at 720-722-1945. He is asking for PR bond as he has no money to post. Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Kaplan, prior criminal history.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm showing some out-of-state.
I'm showing quite a few out-of-state DWIs.
Yeah, DWI 3rd in Arizona, Your Honor, most notably.
And then, Ms. I think he's got a pending DWI here in El Paso right now on a 2024 case. All right, Ms. Kaplan, just briefly tell me what happened here.
Yes, Your Honor. So the reason for the stop was that the defendant was traveling at a high rate of speed, Your Honor, and he traveled 0.3 miles before coming to a complete stop. So that's why he's being charged with evading, Your Honor. Officers were in a fully marked unit with lights and sirens, Your Honor, and there were multiple opportunities to safely stop.
Was he speeding or he was just not stopping? You're muted.
He was speeding, and he was also not stopping, Your Honor, for 0.3 miles.
All right. This is going to be a 7,500 cash of surety with conditions.
Damn.
And I don't know what's gonna happen to your DWI. It's it's filed in a court, that judge may very well revoke your bond, but that's something beyond my control here. Conditions gonna be as follows. One, intensive level supervision. Defendant must report to the supervision officer as instructed. Two, cannot be rearrested for any new offenses while this case is pending. He cannot possess or consume illegal drugs or alcohol, and when he reports, he's gonna be tested to make sure he's not using. And he agrees to waive, since he lives in Las Cruces, he agrees to waive his right to extradition. What that means is if you're scheduled for a court hearing here in Texas and you fail to appear and they find you in any other state, you cannot fight coming back to Texas to answer to these charges, sir. That's the ruling of the court. Thank you.
Damn. Damn. Let's switch over to the video that I got. Some landlord-tenant stuff.
We're proceeding. Any preliminary matters before we start the trial? All right, you may begin with opening statements if you wish. At the podium.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, as a full show for courtroom.
So you put that on the middle.
Speaking what? I'm about to appendix. Your name, please. Jacqueline Brianti, Snyder, William Speller. SMYDER, and then DOWAR. Did I repeat it? Yeah,
All right, Mr. You're also Snyder. Thank you. Mr. You would like to say anything?
Pardon me?
Would you like to make an opening statement?
I'd like to have representation and what it looks like to have.
I'm sorry, say that again?
So I'd like to have representation. I guess, the only thing I can say to that is just, I had made a payment sometime 2 months ago, not last month, the month before. I gave my whole social security check. And they had tagged my car stating that it was illegally parked, but it had legal tags and insurance. It had some tires that were going low. It's actually sitting out front now. It's our red Pontiac that's sitting out front now. I worked on it all weekend, used every last time I had, fixed the problem with it, and called left a message on their machine or whatever, because I could never get anybody to answer their phone when they call. And I had a job interview on that following Monday morning. I got up on Monday morning and the car was gone. But I texted and asked for the, quite belligerently, quite mad because I had a job interview where the hell my car was, pardon my French. Then they finally responded. And I was told that I was walking a fine line, that I better watch my P's and Q's. That was a good no line. Basically, my car got taken from me. And so I went my meetings to get a job and it didn't work. So like after my whole, I get $568 a month Social Security I get. So I try to work as much as I can, best I can, partially disabled. That just sort of eliminated anything for me to do. Since then, I've been quite devastated, just trying to figure out where the heck I can take me and my kids. I could never get a response. I could never get an answered response from the office ever. And then, there was it. After they took my car, then I get a bill for $10,000 stuck in the mailbox. So this is supposed to be your low-income housing, and the $560 a month because they haven't received my son's social security card, even though they have his number, but they don't physically have his card. I'm not allowed to be on Section 8, I guess. In fact, it's totally, One said that, I basically told her that she wasn't allowed to do that until I give them some money, which I don't see how they know I'm gonna be able to do that when it's fixed income.
So, okay, you may be seated, thank you. All right, you can call your first witness.
God, this is gonna take forever. Forever.
Oh. Okay. So, you gotta leave your file right now. I think, and notes I just wrote. Sorry.
All right, you swear you in before you seated, raise your right hand. You swear or affirm subject to the pains of perjury, testimony given this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, I do.
All right, you may be seated, and you need to state your name and spell your first and last name for the record.
Hi, Carol Waltz, CarolWaltz, for Fairmont Farms Cooperative. I'm the operations manager.
Ooh, operations manager. This should be fun.
So we're used to it and covering who you are and wonder what you do. So, how are you entered into the case? How do you know Mr. Newton? I know Mr. Newton through Haley Anderson, which is the assistant manager that works with me at Fairmont Farms. It's her father. So, is it them that we ask units? In the place that you're in? Yes. The address to it? I know the unit number 121. I think it's 409 West Fairmont. Sure. So maybe to remind you of the exact address. Yes, please, because we usually do it, we usually go by unit numbers, so I don't know off the top of my head. I thought I was able to have my file. Can I restore your signature of the summons that was submitted to the court? I'd rather not guess. Yes. That's the summons that you filed. 421. Isn't that? I apologize.
This should be good here. This should be good.
I broke it down. Sorry, you're. That's okay. Good. So, it's true that you know Mr. Newton because he rents unit 421 West Fairmont Farm to buy in. That is correct. So, we filed this case. Is it fair to say you emailed my office to file this case? For what reason? For non-payment. At the time in which you filed this case, do you recall about how much was due on the ring? I believe around $9,000 to $10,000.
$10,000.
How much rent is per month? $580 a month. So, just doing some ballpark math, that means he's going to pay rent approximately 2 years. He's made 3 payments: December 2025, May 2025, and March 2025. Those to count for mine. Yeah, because I just wrote them down on my file. When he said he just made a payment a few weeks ago, that's incorrect. We haven't received a payment in a long time.
Mr. Newton, you can't scream out in court. Thank you, my neighbors. Mr. Newton, whatever. You had an opportunity to do that before this court date. You didn't do so. You may proceed.
Thank you. If you review the ledger, it will show when the last payment was made, which was quite some time ago. Where's the business? Correct. Did you provide a copy of the letter to me? I'm sorry? Did you provide a copy of that letter to me? I did. And this is part of your normal business notes? Yes, it is. Do you do this for every single tenant in Fairmont Farms? Absolutely. I have to do sit-ins.
Yes, you.
I don't know how I'm going to do this.
And then show, it's a normal, regular trial, you show the exhibits to Mr.
Yeah.
Newton.
Yep, got it. Here, I am going to present a proposed entrance exhibit one. I'm handing a copy to the defendant. Here you go. It should be right there on the file. Haley, will you look for the ledger? Okay. Okay. Do you recognize this as the library that you keep in the home versus business? Yes. The unit in which I'm starting to not. I do. As you get it, it's the only business. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna do your copy of this. I like to have, one for everything. Okay, so can I approach the bench? Okay. This is, we're moving to have this submitted as Tenant's proposing for the one.
All right, Mr. Newton, you have a copy of the ledger here. Do you, see the ledger?
Mm-hmm.
Do you recognize it?
I recognize it.
Okay.
I don't agree with it.
Okay.
Oh.
We'll,
I was gonna get into that.
that's fine. Yeah, we'll, plaintiff's exhibit one is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. So we talked in the hallway prior to board about the legal, so we had to scratch some of them out. Which is why on what I presented to the board, you might present it as trying to there are some scratch outs, is that correct? Yes. So the ledger does not accurately reflect numerically as printed how much he's doing owing. But what's written on the side as 12,140.04 is what we believe is accurately reflected of the legal he's taking out. Yes, I do believe. Because we know that statutorily we can only charge the $75 attorney fee as well as the bailiff fee for costs and filing fee cycles. Okay. So that is why those notations are made on ledger, Your Honor, as we would like to present them and amend the ledger to reflect that.
It's noted $12,140.04.
Yes, sir.
As noted as of today.
We have a TPO case that we're gonna watch tomorrow.
So that's how much we have to know. So the next question we have is,